This year, I was moving apartments and I found that I had an abundance of shoes. And I counted them up and I had just enough for every home game. So I thought it would be a great idea to find Badger fans, give one out and sign one, do a meet and greet after every game.
It's going to be 20 lucky kids with a pair of his shoes.
I had been watching the Badgers play Chicago State, and at the end of the game, I saw Ethan Happ was giving his shoes to another child. And in my head, I just thought, I have the perfect kid for this.
I'm Taylor Post, and I'm 10 years old. My favorite players are Brett Davison and Ethan Happ.
Taylor was born with spina bifida. That affects mainly bowel and bladder movement. He loves playing basketball, but he has weaknesses like in his legs, and that doesn't allow him to keep up with his teammates on the court. He really looks up to the Badgers like his role models.
Taylor, unfortunately, has gone through some hardships with his spine, but he's still playing sports when he can, and that's very inspirational to me.
Taylor was just loving it, grinned from ear to ear.
I basically walked down the court and gave most of the players high fives.
What's up, man? How you doing? I used to have braces too. I hated them. Do you like them?
We were talking about braces for a little bit and then went over to the bench and got shoes.
They were just kind of making small talk, and it just really makes Taylor feel like they go way back and, they're best buds.
So I just want to take a moment to thank you, man. You brought us good luck today. You know that? I think you're the reason why we got this W, okay?
It really meant a lot to him to have that experience with Ethan, and I was kind of living through his eyes of his experience, and getting those shoes was a pretty big deal.
I thought of myself when I was a kid. I would have loved to have Kevin Durant come up and give me a pair of shoes. I would have gone nuts, or LeBron James even. And obviously I'm neither one of those players, but these little kids grow up watching us like we are the LeBron or the Kevin Durants. It's not all about basketball. The biggest thing for me is the perspective that I get after the game. We could have just won by 20 or we could have just lost by 20. And this kid's dealing with some major life crisis. I'm feeling bad about myself because we just lost. It really puts that into perspective for me.